Now we are discussing about battery management system. It is like a doctor for the battery. It always monitors how the battery is. Now in the inverter we discussed the battery is the main part. Here the battery is nothing but a group of pack. Here we are taking in the BMS, a battery pack is there. From battery 1 to battery N number of cells. These group of cells we are calling together as a battery pack. All these cells are rechargeable. Again after discharging we can charge it, and again after some time when we are using, they are discharging, again we can charge them. So this particular block, when we are utilizing this for a particular load, we are connecting these batteries for a load. In the power supply failure, in the case of the offline UPS, or in some cases when we are using for vehicles, we have to monitor what is the voltage of the each cell, what is the temperature of each cell, what is the current of each cell. Sir, what is the requirement for monitoring? If we do not monitor, there is a possibility that in one single cell, the current may rise abnormally. That will damage the entire battery pack, because that is explosive one. So suddenly rising of voltage or current or even heat can be known by the battery management system, and it will take necessary actions to reduce that. Example, in a particular cell, if the voltage is suddenly increasing, the battery management system makes sure that that voltage is distributed to another one. In particular battery, the current is increasing enormously. It will make sure that the current is distributed to another cell. So that's why we are calling this as a management system. Batteries are there. Now the system is managing all these cells. If the particular voltage is increasing in a particular cell, we are trying to make sure that it is equally, all cells are charging and discharging. Okay, that balance will be done by cell balancing. We will discuss that one. Okay. After that, sometimes these batteries may overcharge. We may forget. Sometimes after keeping the supply, all the cells in the battery may charge for a continuous hours time. So at that time, some mechanism should be there to turn off that automatically. Even though supply is coming, the battery should not charge. But suppose we have turned on the battery for our mobile, 100% battery charged, we forgot because of some reasons. If the battery is still charging, definitely your phone will explode. Sometimes you may hear sometimes you might have listened to the news that because the phone is kept charging for throughout the day, the phone got exploded. These newses like bomb, the phone explosion, these newses you might have had because of weak battery problem. In modern day mobiles, even though sometimes if we forget to remove the plug after 100% charge, even though we are giving supply, they make sure that they will not get the batteries will not get the heat, even though we are charging after the 100%. Definitely, even in the modern cases also, if the batteries are charging after the 100% continuously, if we are keeping mobile for the 7 to 8 hours continuously, even after 100% charging, the battery lifespan will decrease, but they will not explode easily, because battery management system is being implemented in the branded mobiles automatically. Sometimes in the China phones, you may see the explosions more, because they are using very economical batteries to reduce the price of the phone. That's why the quality of the phone is decreasing, but the features are becoming more. So we might get attracted to more features rather than the quality of the phones. So at the time they may get explode when the battery is charging for more amount of time. Now we are trying to optimize the battery performance such that the lifespan of these battery cells will increase. The information, the temperature information, voltage information, we are passing to cell balancing unit. Now the cell balancing unit checks this particular cell is getting more heat, this particular cell is getting more voltage. Now it will try to balance all the cells should charge equally and all cells should discharge equally. That can be known by using the cell balancing. Next we have some boxes you see here. State of charge. In this state of charge, what is the available charge? 30%, 40% in the mobiles. How you are knowing 30%? Example, if you do not know, imagine in your mobile how much percentage charging is there. If you do not know, we might think, okay, the battery may come for one hour or 2 hours. Like that, we have to calculate. We have to always think about the battery. But it is giving particularly 30%, 40%, 50% because of battery management system. How we are knowing that with accuracy the battery is 20%, battery is 30% because of state of charge module. This will tell what is the battery is 100%. How we are knowing? Because of the state of charge. Battery is 1%. How we are knowing? Because of the state of charge. Not only to our phone mobiles, we are implementing to the advanced vehicles, cars. They will know the status of the battery, 20%, 30%, 40%. Like in those cases, they may recharge it. Electric vehicles. For electric vehicles, definitely the battery charging should be known. Otherwise, they may go for some amount of time and they may think, okay, how much time the batteries will come. Okay, state of charge. Next one is state of health. What is the capacity of the battery? In the first day, how much time for the charging it took? It may charge in 1 hour, example. Later on, it may take 1.5 hours, 2 hours. In first day, it may give 6 hours to 8 hours discharge time. Later days, 3 hours to 4 hours maybe. The status of the battery will be known by using the state of health. Next, thermal management. Sometimes the cells in the battery may get heated up easily. At that time, we have to use the cooling mechanisms to reduce the heat in the particular cell. If we do not reduce the heat, automatically it will explode. Sometimes you observe in some phones, when we operate for some amount of time, it gets heated up easily because of the draining of battery. Next, we are discussing about protection circuit. Why we require the protection circuit? The voltage is increasing enormously, the current is increasing enormously, temperature is increasing enormously. Someone should be there to tell voltage is high, current is high. When you are going in wrong path, someone should be there to tell you are going in the wrong path. So this protection circuit tells us in a particular cell the voltage is rising, current is rising. This information we are sending to display unit by using CAN, control area network. So this gives the chances to monitor on the display the status of battery health, how much it is charging, the entire information. Sometimes over voltage means over voltage indication, over current means over current indication. That should be given on the display. From this bus only, that information will be to interact. So all the display communication unit and these cells, they interact by using this CAN. So in order to interact many microcontrollers, we use this CAN. This is how we are using a battery management system. The purpose is very much simple. We wanted to know how the battery is working. If we do not have battery management system, battery may work, but we do not know how much present charging status, how much time it will come. We may go with our vehicle. thinking that the vehicle will come for a long amount of time. It may suddenly stop at some point of time. At that time, we might not know if that is an electric vehicle. Or otherwise, in advanced systems wherever we are using now, in our industrial standards, for the industrial equipment, if suddenly the battery stops, that is a huge loss for them. So battery management system should be there.